Olá e bem-vindo ao nosso canal Quinta, Fonte, Pipa. Hello and welcome to our channel Quinta, Fonte, Pipa. Firstly, I would like to apologise that we haven't posted in over a month. Things have been very crazy around here. We are getting on as much as we can with the milking parlour, walls and such and etc. And Dad and his brother have been getting on really well with that, so I will take you up there in a minute. But secondly, I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been contacting us whilst we haven't been active online, and I do apologise. But for anyone else who wants to keep updated with us, there are also links to our social media down below. And I'd like to thank, we have some special thanks here. I have them written down just to make sure I don't forget anybody. We have a special thank you to Meredith, Eileen, Marie, Ian, Herbert, and I also have a few anonymous people who have sent us a waterer for the goats and a package of gloves. So thank you, whoever you guys are. So I really appreciate all of you guys sending us in these little parcels while we've not been active. It's been really nice seeing that so many of you care and support the channel. So don't forget to give these videos a like to help it push out to more people and help our channel grow. So we are going to head up the top and we are going to see what Dad is up to.
As you've just seen, every time the girls go in and out of the driveway, they've got to stop the truck, get out, open the gates, drive the truck through and close the gates behind them. And the reason we're closing the gates is because if we're letting the goats out on the farm and the gates are open, they wander right up our driveway and they work their way around the side of the house, and then they eat all our vegetables from the new vegetable garden that we've built. So that's going to be an absolute no-no. Plus it's an absolute pain in the backside. Plus 10 times a day getting in and out of the truck and closing the gates and everything else. And even though it's a big house and a big farm, the gateway is not actually very wide. So even sort of getting out of the truck and opening the door without smashing the door into the wall can be, it's just awkward so many times in one day. The gates are original to the farm. This side's all granite, your side of the filming, so all this pillar in here and everything is granite. When we first moved here, we paid the electrician to put the installation for electric gates in. We've got an intercom in the house up there, and there's a camera and a button here where people can press and we can answer them in the house. But this side's always been concrete, and one of the locals told me, I don't know if you can see the tree there, it's damaged. Someone came in with a cart, it's damaged that. It probably ripped the gate post out and they repaired it with concrete. But when they did it, as you can see here, this was welded to there this morning, and what that meant is the gate was sat up like that, and the gap here between the two gates, this one was literally, it was over here. You could see light between the plate that stops the gates passing each other. So I've cut the brackets this morning, and we've got the Lasgoo laser level, which I've been using to check everything's nice and straight and square. So using the level and a spirit level and everything else, I've got this to be parallel. I've got some pine strips here which are about 15mm wide, and they're a nice even tight fit down there. This is nice and parallel now, so I'm going to go and get the welder in a minute. I'm going to chop up a bit of waste steel that I've got. I'm going to make a fillet in here and then re-weld it to the hinge. I've had to cut the bottom one 90% of the way through, so the hinge was actually able to to bend a little bit, and there's the slit in there. You might not see it because it's in the shadow, but there is a disc cut's worth in there like that. But I've cut nearly all the way through. I'm going to weld that back up now it's moved. It's square along the bottom, it's about the right height off of the ground. I'm going to go and get the welder, weld all this back up, operate the gates, make sure that they're swinging correctly. Then I'll take them off, put them out of the way, and then I'll get in and I'll start pulling the concrete up. And I'm doing this for a reason, because we've been sent something which I shall just go and get. We've been sent this by a company called Toppins, where it's a high quality gate opener set with all the remote controls. It's got absolutely everything in here you're going to need. It's got the arms here. There's, I'll take one out and show you. Now what I've got to do is I'll probably have to cut a slot out of this concrete here, because these have to be recessed slightly, and these will get mounted on that bar there, and as they pull it round they'll open the gate like that. And there's all the information you need in there to make sure this pin is set in the correct position to the hinges, how far back it has to be, how far in, and then I'll do the same on the other side. I'm actually thinking this side's going to be easier because I can cut through with a disc grinder into concrete, whereas this side I'm going to have to sort of cut through the natural stone here and then form a small concrete box in, so the hinge section of this has got something to be correctly raw bolted into. But with some luck, because it's not very far, I'm hoping it might butt up against this granite pillar, and then we can put raw bolts in there, and then that will hold this. It's got batteries for the key remotes, it's got absolutely everything. Comes with its own special control box where all the fittings go inside it, and there's the manufacturer Toppins. Don't quite need this yet, but I thought I'd show you guys because we're quite pleased to have this, and I think the girls are going to be pleased to have this, aren't you?
I am, for sure.
Yeah.
Once,
well, Molly.
if I'm on my own,
yeah,
I need to open the door wide on the truck for me to pull myself into the truck, because the driveway's too narrow for that.
Yeah, because Sandra can't get in and out of the truck like
a normal
person. Yeah, sorry, love. Right, so I'll go and take this back up to the house in a minute, and I'm going to come back down with the welder, and I'll probably stick the hello Lucy. Well, it's a couple of hours later. I've actually cut this circular part off where the pin goes in there for the gate to swivel on. I've cut it off there, and then I've added a new piece of steel in there, and I've re-welded it there, and I've re-welded it there, and I've welded it down the back. Now that has set, and I had to cut this one and adjust it, and that's now been re-welded. You see this one's been re-welded. That brought the gate nice and parallel down here to this one, and I'll put you on a time lapse whilst I fit this other gate, line it up, and then I'll probably show you again before I finally weld it into place. Well, it's the following morning and things are looking a bit different. Obviously I've taken the gates back off. I brought the 6 bags of cement and a start on some ballast for making the concrete with, and I've dug out all the concrete slab this morning. That's the last bits in the bucket, which I'm about to take up the top, and the poor old truck is feeling the strain. So that is what's left of the slab that we've just picked up. As you can see, hopefully there's tubes come out the bottom of the wall, and they're hung up over there because they will go under the concrete, and they will bring the cables will be pushed through those tubes into this side of the gate, which will go deeper under the concrete. We're just going to pop out to Alkane's with Sandra. She needs to get some bits from the supermarket, and I'm going to buy a little bit of mesh to put in the concrete to make it stronger. Rather than sort of tying bits of rebar together, I'm just going to go and get a small patch of proper concreting mesh, because it's cheap as chips. Then I shall dig this out, put the levels down, and then we can start pouring the concrete tomorrow. I think it'll probably take me till about tomorrow night before maybe this is about ready. So, well, about finished, about the concrete poured, I'm hoping.
Okay, in our previous videos you might have noticed there was a big pile of straw outside the barn. It's where the girls kick their bedding from under the gate. So for me and Molly, it's easier if we rake it into a pile. Then Alex comes along with the tractor, and as you can see, he's spreading it across this little patch here. They give rain the weekend, so hopefully this will soak into the ground a bit and help with the grass to grow. Nothing better than homemade manure. He scraped it all back from the doorway for us, so the gate's much easier to close. The girls have been out all morning. Now their barn's in the shade, so they're back in because it's a lot cooler. As you can see, my dear little Norma here is extremely pregnant. She had 4 1 year. Dear sweetheart, she's a good girl. She's our first ever goat. This noisy one here is Pepsi.
Well, it's about 7 o'clock in the evening, and I've literally just finished, with Steve's help, the concrete pad down here, which I'm going to show you in a second. But it's been forecast to rain all day. It was forecast for 10 o'clock this morning, which thankfully didn't happen. But Steve went home because it was looking very black up in the clouds, and we literally thought we were going to get a huge rainstorm. Like I said, it didn't happen, so I came back down to do a small job. And then it started clearing up, and Sandra kept checking the weather on her phone, and every hour or so it kept changing, that it was just pushing the rain further forward. And now it says it might be around 10 o'clock this evening, and I've just finished that. Like I said, it's just turned 7 o'clock, so we've got about 3 hours if it does rain, which is not really going to be enough. If it rains, if it's like a little mist, which I doubt it's going to be, if it's any harder than that, it's probably going to damage the surface of my concrete. I've got some plastic. I might use this plastic and come out in an hour or so, well, before it rains, as long as I can leave it, before I put the plastic over the concrete. That's the side where we started, and we've literally just finished this section here. Don't know if you can see the shine on it, and it's drier here. So it's this side that I want to let dry up a bit more before I cover it with concrete, with plastic. Otherwise the plastic is just going to damage the surface. So basically what I've done is I've set this row last night, which the concrete has come up to, and then we're going to infill this little trench here with concrete as well. And then on the outside there's a reasonable drop there now, because don't remember, we lifted up the concrete slab that was out there. Then I'm going to pour another concrete slab up there, so there's a ramp coming up to the cobblestones. I'm going to have a look and see how long really before we can drive over this, because like I say, we've got my parents coming in, I think it's 10 days now, so I hope it'll be hard enough for them to drive over. Otherwise, even we're not using the driveway. The girls are parking in the back garden, but I'm hoping that would have cured before my parents turn up, so they can park their car in the front of the house. So there we go. My next part of this job is to start doing the installation of the electric gate motors and all the wiring that goes with that. This morning I have already fed one of the cables through the conduit. So like I said, I've put the cable through the conduit, and that goes under the concrete slab we've just laid. And it goes into an electrical box there, which I hope you can sort of see on the other side. There it is. Yeah, I can see it now. There we go. It goes in there, and I've put this white nylon stuff coming out of here as a cable puller, so that's actually through that into the box there. So then when I start mounting this one, the cable on this motor is long enough, it should go straight into the control box, but that's there ready to pull it through. I've just come down here to get a couple of the tools and things to put away, and then back in the house for a cup of tea, because my back's killing me.
Well, it's done nothing but rain for the past week, but Alex, his brother and his dad have been busy getting on with the milking parlour, so I'm just going to wander up here and see how they've been getting on.
There we go. Right, so we're making the shuttering for the slab now.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
I don't think you should maybe introduce your family.
Well,
I'm going to
maybe.
produce the upright now.
It's my brother William, and this is my dad Jeff.
And yes, the goats are named after them.
Yeah, and that's why the two boy goats are called Will and Jeff.
Yes, we get along so well.
Yeah. Right, up on there. It's going up on it, Dad. We're putting it on the top to give it just that little height, so the slab will finish behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, so now we're going to go and get this
Some blocks.
these bits here. Excuse me, Eddie.
What have we got those for? Oh, we've got Eddie on the job now as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Eddie.
well, we're
How's it
laughing,
looking,
aren't
Edward? How's it looking, Edward?
Edward Scissorhands back.
Right, so let's get that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Some screwsy woozies.
A lot of work in getting this
And
to
the tips just
do
dropped
what
out
you need
here,
to do, which
'cause
is to
it's-
milk.
I know.
Every time you pick it up, you walk away.
It falls out. Yep, these things are here to test us. It's all aggro, isn't it?
Aggravation. Aggravation.
You want to get it one from the side? Can you go back in? Hang on, let me get two.
No, we're just getting one face ready and then we'll do the other one.
Oh,
No, that's all right. That's okay.
Otherwise, we're going to hold it all day.
Well, we're just going to leave you here overnight with the concrete sets. That's all right, isn't it?
Through the top. And this is so your feet can go under the edge.
Yeah, it's just an overhang lip.
So you don't get a bad back and have to lean forward like that.
We
You need a couple of screws.
I'm thinking of you, darling.
Milker's back. You need a couple of screws to hold it up, and that'll be it.
But the weather's been terrible, isn't it?
So the rain.
Rain.
They got today wrong, didn't they?
Well, they said it was pouring down with rain, so we've come out to get on, and let's hope we can. That one's a bit higher than that one, isn't it? Right, so what do we want? Another board. A bit of a step in it. It's not going to be a perfect job.
What does it matter?
Well, I'm talking to YouTube.
Talking to the world. The world is watching.
I'm not going to be able to use any of this.
I don't know what this wood is, Dan.
It'd do though, wouldn't it?
No, but it's solid.
They came out of a bed.
I don't know what it is, but it's very good wood. It's almost a shame to use it, but we're using it.
It's like a bit of pine, isn't it?
No, it's too heavy for that. It feels solid. No, I reckon you get away with that, Dad.
You got another bit like that?
Yeah, there should be one more bit just on the end down there.
Oh yeah.
Almost like we know.
Are you filming, darling?
Yes, I am.
I'm going to make you a movie star.
Gonna make you famous.
I'm going to make you famous, baby.
For all those watching, William is single.
Oh yeah.
My number will be at the bottom of the screen any moment now. I bet he gets a couple of
What about your terms of release from the asylum?
The mental asylum do let me out at the weekend, so.
As you can see, Norma is very, very, very pregnant. I've no idea how many's in there. She has been known to have 4 before. And she's not bagging up yet, so she's still got a way to go.
Probably is, we're running out of wood. We don't need any more wood. Or do you want to do that?
Well, we'll cut it now so it's ready.
Oh, yeah.
Once we got the saw here and.
Oh, alright, I'll go around for it.
So there's that there.
I'll
That'll
put
be
it
right.
over the wall, Will, you cut it.
Yeah.
So this shuttering is for what?
This is basically so you don't get a bad back, so you've got a bit of overhang. So your feet will go under here while you're milking the goats here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so does that explain everything?
It's a standard thing.
So the goats are going to come in over there.
I've explained it to her many times.
The goats are going to come up here like this.
Yep.
And then, Alex, they go for
Ramp, they'll come in there.
Yeah.
The head holder will be down here. The goats will come along. They'll all go in there. We will wind the handle, the goats get pulled backwards, and then we can stick the milking machine on there. And my dad's kindly bought us a milking machine for Molly that'll do 8 goats at once. It should be here in, I don't know, a week probably.
Hopefully.
Coming from Turkey.
So the shuttering is because this has to have concrete, yes?
Yeah, so the concrete's going to be like that there, and it'll finish here, so it's just got a little overhang, so it's well, our feet will go under it so we can get closer to the goats without it being awkward and uncomfortable, because we're going to be doing this twice a day. Out the way. We can do that later. Let's get this wall up. It's alright. It's alright. Before we fall, we'll check that you're going to do the right job. They're all soaking wet. Are they wet?
Yeah, these are really heavy. Oh, you're doing that one?
Yeah, I'll start there. We're gonna go to where you're going, mate. So we'll carry on doing that.
Well, I mixed quite a lot.
Oh well, we're gonna hopefully get it all done, aren't we? I'm gonna lay that lot, and then we'll do round the window, eh?
Do a whole
Yeah.
strip.
And there's gonna be a window right where Sandra stood. Yes, I thought I'd better tell everybody, any bricklayers watching, I'm not a bricklayer. But Lasgoo sent us a laser level which I've used to check all the brickwork on here, and the whole building's dead level, which I'm quite impressed with. And we've used it to check all the levels around the building, and everything's level. So
Bloody brilliant.
yeah. So thanks very much, Lasgoo, for the 3D LG 3D laser. It's been extremely good. It comes with all the levels, a charger. It comes with spare rechargeable batteries, and it goes about 100 feet. It can work with a receiver. I think that is very good.
It does the wall width, the height, everything.
So
Very good.
thanks, Lasgoo. And I'll put the link to their website and their sales page in the description below the video. Just down there, the spirit level, please, Will. And the dogs are barking.
Because Grandma's coming with the puppy.
Yeah, the dogs are barking because my mum's coming with a puppy. Oh, look at that.
Little Jess.
You'll do me.
Look at that ear. My ear's fat.
It's a little large, isn't it?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are, Eddie. Oh, that's lovely. Your visiting guest.
Yeah, this is the Bluetti, and we've been powering everything off of it, even the cement mixer over there. All our tools, cutting, grinding, everything. And it's very, very, very handy. We wouldn't have done it without it. So, well done, Bluetti. Good job. Yeah, you're going to see the Bluetti in action right now.
So now I'm going to use it to chop a block in half to fill in the little void that's there on the side of the wall. Right, that's cut.
It won't fit, I did it.
That will fit, I cut it. There we go. There's that.
Alright, perfect.
And this Bluetti powers that cement mixer all day long.
Been brilliant.
It's been brilliant.
No petrol,
Yep.
saving on the price of fuel, and during the summer months, not now because the fire bans have gone, you can power your machinery without the worry of the sparks from the generators. So it's very handy having that because you're staying legit.
Yeah, it's very important.
And the laser level comes with an adjustable stand which screws into the base. Now what I'm going to do is, because I've put a window in here, and I want to lay the blocks here at the moment down like this to secure the window because it's only propped in there in place. because obviously I want this block work to be level with that block work. So what we can do is use this laser level, sit it on the wall. So there's the horizontal, it's self-leveling. Block of wood, make sure it's going to sit stable. Right, now I should have enough adjustment to come up. As you can see, that laser line is right on the top of that. And if I turn it this way around, I still get the laser there, but I can run it on the vertical edge of the block there. Now if I run it down this block work, I can see the green line on my block work, but it's the height I want. So when I lay the block here, Sandra will watch me in a second lay the first block here.
Some cement that William prepared.
Yeah, William, my brother's been mixing all the cement, doing a good job of it. Oh. Now you can see the green line is there. Don't know if you can see that on camera if I shade it. Green line is just there, so I've got about 10 mil to knock this block down before it's level. It's level. After that, I think we're all going in for a spot of lunch.
We're down here before it starts to rain any heavier and before the pigs decide to come and steal all of our chestnuts. So me and Dad came down here yesterday and collected a whole paint bucket full of chestnuts, and that wasn't exactly easy to carry back to the house, but let's see how many we can get today. We finished picking our chestnuts and we collected a lot more than we thought we were going to.
Yeah, we've already been down there about an hour. There we go. Go indoors and sort them.
After a couple of days of horrible rain and wind, I'm making quite a bit of mud everywhere. I thought I'd bring you up and give you a little update on what we've got on with on the milking parlour. You can tell it's been pretty wet here. I've got the walls up a bit further. And we've got the slab in where the goats are going to stand when we milk them. This is some shuttering to stop obviously the concrete pouring off. Now it's got a fall on it, so it's easier to clean and get on the floor. Unfortunately, during the laying of the concrete, the heavens opened and it poured with rain whilst we were actually laying the concrete, so the finish isn't quite what we wanted. It's resulted in a few scars from the plastic sheeting. Don't know if you guys can see that. There's a couple of little dips in it. We managed to put this metal work over here. We took the covering plastic off of the blocks here and used it to cover the cement to well, the concrete, to try and give it some protection. Like I say, it's not the finish we wanted, but it'll do. I've got a window in there. I've got to finish off the side here, raise up the walls, build up the walls here, but before I build the wall up on this side, we're going to bring the locking mechanism which holds the goats whilst they're milked, and we're going to lift that onto the slab because it's too big. You'll see that when we do it in next week's video, when we bring the machine down, and then after it's in the building, I'll put the block work up. And as it stopped raining for 5 minutes, I'm going to go and let the goats out. They're all locked in the barn, desperate to get out, but it's not good that you let them out when it's pouring with rain. One, the goats don't actually like the rain, but it's not good for them to eat wet grass. So now the sun's been out for about 40 minutes, I'm going to let the goats out. They might not get very long. Blue over there, horrible, and black over there.
So me and Dad have got some helpers today, which you guys will see in a minute. But we are currently heading up the top on the tractor to move the head locking machine for the goats. So let's get this big task done. This here is what we are attempting to move. How many heads does this hold, Dad? How many heads does it hold?
15, I think.
So this should hold 15 goats. So hopefully this is going to be making my life a lot easier with the goats, hopefully. And we also, for you guys, I'm not sure if Dad's updated you or not, our milking machine should be here next week. So I'm not going to have to manually milk these goats anymore. And it's going to make our life so much easier. Have you told them about the milking machine arriving?
I don't think so.
So yeah, there's some updated news for you guys. Oh, and I'm sorry if I sound different. I'm getting over a cold right now. So let's get this barn moved. So we have Uncle Will, Ollie, who you might recognise from some of our previous episodes, Steve, and we also have Grandad supervising over here. And Eddie, of course. Don't we?
And you can eat them.
Can you eat them?
Yeah, because they've got
A snake skin.
they've got a snake skin around the stem. Parasols, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a parasol.
Eddie's
Inspecting.
You can eat them, can't you?
Oh yeah, they're awesome.
There's
when they
also
pop
been
out.
more down by Jeff.
Yeah, and they have to have that brown scale that looks like snake
Yeah.
skin.
And they have to have a thing
A skirt.
skirt that pops off. It has to be movable.
Oh,
Right.
They're cross-dressing mushrooms.
Yeah.
Alright boy, slowly Dad. That's it. You alright, Al?
Yeah.
Oh, perfecto. Look at that.
going to go through that end bit?
Yeah, that should be.
I knew what we was doing. Yeah, that's perfect. And hopefully it won't be too heavy.
The weld's gone on this end one.
Has it?
Yeah, but it's
Have you
got-
just broken it?
No,
Oh, he just broke that.
just keep an eye on.
Alright
Okay,
mate,
go.
no, good man. Right, so there's a little bit of... No, it's both broken off. I'll weld that back on.
Bit of welding.
Bit of welding. Right, well if I try and get closer then, with the bucket arm. I think we can do it.
You guys, she's moving. Now the concern is that this track is going to be too narrow.
Come over my way more, mate. You go higher, mate. A bit higher. That's it. Stop. Clear the front wheel.
What's that gate behind you?
So I could have done this by myself.
Tree! Tree! I do feel quite guilty. I'm just walking backwards with the camera and not really doing as much as I thought I would to help.
Yeah, this is easy, really. I don't know how we're going to pick that one up.
Now this is my worry. Our barn.
It's been a close thing, though.
So they've got the concrete slab laid and now had the wood removed.
I'm wondering if I ought to go down there and turn around and bring it back. I can get into the wall better.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Well, free, you alright then?
Yeah, keep it like that. We're going to spin round and drive back again, and then I can come in at an angle here then.
My skateboarding career has
I've got a bit far. Stop. Go back that way.
Yeah, you need to come across about half a metre that way.
You might just do it.
That's it. Now come forward on that.
There forward, yeah.
Oh, you're right, clear on this side. Clear on that side.
Clear.
Down you go then. Gentle as you go.
So dump it on the ground.
Once you grab my grab it, that's it. Well.
There we go.
Hang on a minute, where's the other bit? Got to go the other side.
No, this side.
So you want to have to go
Yeah,
back?
we're just going to manually bump it, which I think we can do.
Go with your bucket, yeah.
There we go. First piece
Right.
done with success.
What was the other one?
Yeah. Here we go, I'll take this off because that's good. All good. Open. It looks all right from here. No, it looks straight.
So the way it was unloaded off of our truck when we bought this, it was back to front. So they're having to turn it around so we can put the feeder in here, which will then dispense the feed, and then this will lock the goats in and then they will eat from it. I'm sure Dad will explain that a lot better later. Yes, you can tell Eddie's trying to help.
Yeah, we'll have to lift up. Like this, perhaps.
Which way is round? Once it gets off, I can bend it flat.
Any flat specialists available? Do they have them? Do they come right back? I'm worried about that.
That'll probably do you there, won't it? Because you've got to roll it the other way, haven't you? So.
How big it? How you flat?
Right, look at that.
Yeah.
Jim.
Now we can just hopefully unhook all of these.
So that's just a feeder.
It just drops the feed in. So when it's up there with the flaps are open, you just put 2 or 3 bags of feed in there.
Father, you're going to need space for me to walk behind the back of that.
Oh yeah, no, it's all. We
Okay.
measured it exactly the same as he had it,
Okay.
It's raining, isn't it?
and there will literally be a corridor about as wide as this, how he had it, and he just got
Dump
pour
bag in.
all the feed
Okay,
through
I
it.
can do that. We're not flipping it now, no?
No, because
Okay.
it'll fall over. It doesn't
Well, you
matter.
could have brought this off.
So 10 minutes ago, I was in the house, and I was just starting to edit the video that you're about to watch, or that you partly watched already. And I came to the point of editing a clip and found that the video file was corrupted. It's about right, isn't it? So I'm now sort of giving you a new video to make things make sense. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, and my brother and I were in the truck, and we drove all the way to Porto because we bought a milking machine to go in the milking parlour, and we paid for delivery to our home from Turkey, where we bought the machine, and then we were informed by customs that that's as far as the machine had been paid to be delivered. So we had to drive all the way to Porto, which is a 3-hour drive one way and 3-hour drive back, pay extra custom charges and delivery and everything else, and it worked out costing us another 600 euros on top of what it should do. So it's eaten into money we've got for other projects, so those things are now going to get delayed because we've had to spend the money to go and collect our milking machine. Now what you're about to see is a little bit of the journey of my brother and I going off to Porto, and in true Quinta Fonte Pipa fashion, we got to Porto on time, and then we were told that the customs computer systems were down and they couldn't process any of the collections. So we waited around for 5 hours before they decided to do it manually. And we got back at 8:30, well, 8:45 at night, so it was a good 14-hour round journey for me and my brother. In the days since we went and got the milking machine, I've managed to achieve quite a lot on the milking parlour build. So as you can see, it's looking a little bit taller than I think the last time you saw it. And hopefully it might make a bit more sense to you all now after me telling you for a long time. I've made a space for a window. This is going to be the door. The big refrigeration unit will go here, which will hold the milk. I've got to extend this wall up. This is the machine that holds the goats' heads and everything else. And then I've got to put some bars along here. The goats will come up a ramp in this door. They will walk along. When all this is fitted further back, it will make sense in future videos. And the goats come along here. They put their head in there like that, and then this bar comes across and locks them whilst they're in there. And then we can milk them from the back. And then when we're finished, we can pull a lever which opens all these bars up so they can get their heads out, and then they will walk out of the barn that way and back into their field. This will be the passageway where we can bring the milking machine up and down. I've fitted another window in here so we've got some extra light. And considering I am not a builder or a block layer or a bricklayer, I think I've done quite a good job. My brother has been mixing cement for me the whole time, bless him. There we go. And I'm sure in a minute we will show you the new milking machine, and it can do 8 goats at once. So that's going to save the girls a lot of time, and it looks like an extremely good machine. All came very well packaged, but we had to assemble some of it yesterday. But before we do that, let's just show you the little clip of William and I in Porto. Well, in true style, we got here on time, everything like that, and then we were told all the customs computer systems are down and we've got to wait till 3 o'clock. So I asked the guy to recommend a restaurant, and we're going to go and check out what he suggested. So this is part of Porto.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh God, initiative. Oh, we can smell it cooking food.
Is this it?
Bakery.
Bakery?
Padaria.
Yeah.
Oh, the bread smells good.
Smells lovely, doesn't it?
It's like smell-o-vision.
Yeah. Well, at least we've had a bit of a walk.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Majara, here it is.
Oh, is this it?
This is it. Oh, he sent us to a flash looking restaurant.
Right.
He did say it wouldn't be expensive.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Right.
Live crabs.
Fantastic.
Cool, they're giant crabs too, aren't they? The size of them. Just to make things really confusing. Oh wow, look at the crabs. Look at the size of the claws on the crab. Wow. Wowzers. Shit, I hope it's not too expensive, mate.
No.
Wow. Rather fancy. I'm getting a bit scared now. Looks pretty good. It wasn't the cheapest in the world, even though we chose the cheapest things on the menu, but have a look at this. Ghost shrimp.
Coast shrimp.
130 euros, 175. Yes.
We didn't have any seafood.
Yeah, needless to say, we didn't get the seafood or prawns. Not once we saw the menu, we didn't. Very good, huh?
Yeah, really good, really good.
And here it is. It milks 8 goats all at once. It's got all the hoses and tubes and everything on it. It's a professional machine. I'm trying to keep out of the shadow, out of the sun, so you can see it. I hope it makes sense to a lot of you, but hopefully in the next few videos you'll start to see it being used. I've just got to get the milking parlour finished with my brother, and then hopefully we'll start using it.
This is our virgin milk extraction. Look at that going in there. Smile, guys, you're on camera. Look. I'm filming.
No, it's in there. There's the white stuff.
Wow.
Brilliant.
Look at that.
Good gal.
All the way.
Get through the farmers here. We're alright now. Get through the farmers here.
Working pretty well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what do we do when that booth runs out?
Turn it off.
This bit, the metal thingy, yeah?
And that one's nearly done, is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Very good. Hello, darling. Good girl. Who's a good girl? Who's your mum? Come on, get you on camera. Come on, mum. Smile. Smile.
So I think we are making quite good progress at the minute everywhere. So thank you guys so much for watching. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share the videos and leave us a comment, and we will hopefully see you back here next week.